everybody, welcome back. Today is July 11th, 7/11. It's my girlfriend's birthday today. So we left her back at the cabin. We're gonna go down to Giant. For those of you who have been keeping up with my story on Instagram, we are on vacation with the family, and we're up at Racetown Lake, Huntington, Pennsylvania. We're right near quite a few borders for towns, I guess, if you want to say. But generally speaking, it's a Racetown Lake region. So we're gonna leave her at the cabin so she can finish doing whatever she's doing, and we'll run down to Giant and try to make a cake for her. She's been on this diet. She watched a few videos she got upset about some animals and the way they're treated and whatnot, so she's been trying to not eat meat, dairy, all that good stuff. A lot of people have been giving her a hard time for it. People will give you a hard time about anything, as you know. And really, why should I give her a hard time? I'll just try to support her in everything she wants to do. So we are going to try to, I looked up a couple of recipes last night. We're going to see if we can't replicate one. So we'll start our beautiful descent down the mountain today. So while I've been up here, I've been trying to keep up a little bit with some of the activities with the truck we've been working on, as far as the details of Whirly Custom Fab. I also, this morning, was talking with Justin Granger from PPEI Performance out in California for the engine tunes. Anytime you do a turbo upgrade, fuel injectors, fuel pumps, you know, stuff of that nature, you want to get your tunes rewritten to accommodate for something that large of a change. Something like an air intake, you don't really need to worry about rewriting your tunes. The truck will run just fine without it. If you're going to do something like your exhaust, if you're going to go from your stock exhaust to a straight pipe on a diesel, you have to get it rewritten. Otherwise, your truck will not start once you take your emissions off. I'm also trying to look into bed covers. It's not priority on my list by any means. It's something I kind of want. I'm not like dying to get one. I don't want to get the same one I had on my last truck, which I believe was a Truxedo. It was just a Truxedo leather tonneau roll up, but I don't want one that sticks over the bed, like stands up taller on it. I mean, it's not really a big deal if it stands up or if it's like a low profile. I want a low profile one. A lot of the ones I want are like 800 bucks, 900, 1200. And I'm just not going to spend that kind of money on a bed cover. I'm sorry. So I might just get a low profile leather tonneau of some sort. I found a few that are like 240 bucks, 250 bucks. It's not bad whatsoever. One thing that I find really, really cool is that I've been contacted by a few people on Instagram about the Racetown Lake region, saying, you know, they either live nearby or they have family nearby. There's a few people that were up here within the past couple weeks. I was talking to one fella in particular last night who said his mother owns one of the houseboats up here that we see quite often. Well, we've seen ever since we've been coming up, ever since she's owned it, probably. We just never would have known, I never would have known that it belonged to somebody that I more or less know personally, or not so personally. But I think that's really cool. It's such a not very well-known area, I'm gonna say, so it's pretty neat seeing it's one of those small world things, having people that you know, people that talk to you, engaging in the same type of area, the same vacation spot that I go to very often. Alright guys, so a lot of you have been asking for me to do a walk around on a parts list with a truck. So as everybody knows, I bought Jack's old, well, I shouldn't say old, but I bought Jack's 22 by 12 fuel FF12s with 325/50 R22 Nittos. Here you can see the upper control arm for the Cognito 4 to 6 inch adjustable lift set at 6 inches with the Fox shock right behind it here. Also in the rear, you can see we have the Fox shocks here in the back. Around the back side, you can see we have the under tailgate bar from Rampage, which will do your turn signals, your 4-ways. Sorry about that, guys. The GoPro actually ran out of memory, so I had to go and delete a few things. So back to where we just were. When you flip this in reverse, these lights will light up. The white for reverse, obviously, it had to be hardwired into the tail light to get that to work. Otherwise, it plugs right in here in your towing accessories. We have the white carbon fiber emblems here, which weren't really bad to install. All you have to do is drill out. The red ones are plastic riveted in. You make a couple drills and then that'll break right out, and this fits right in with a double-sided 3M tape. It's aircraft aluminum cut by a CNC machine. Also, everybody knows how the white tip started out, and you can see after having it for a while what it looks like now. You can wash it all you want, but that is how it looks. It doesn't matter. The truck was clean when I drove up here on vacation the other day. It rained for 20 minutes, and you can see what happened from there. Also underneath, you can see the front here with the Cognito. See, I think the truck shuts off once I pop the hood. Not that there's a whole lot to look at, to be honest. Huh, okay, I guess not, since the engine tune must have rewritten that as well. Inside you can see the S&B intake filter. Really not a whole lot to look in there right now until the turbo comes, and that S&B intake will be coming out for the Whirly custom fab intake to go in its place. Take a walk around this side here real quick. You'll see, of course, right down inside here we have our 4-inch Flow Pro straight pipe exhaust. And if we take a little walk further down the truck here, you can't really see it, but auto stripping is from my air conditioner. I have it on pretty high right now, as well as the air conditioned seat. But right back in here we have our 3-inch MBRP downpipe. But pretty much right now that's about it. Showed you the wheels, the lift, the emblems, the tip, the intake, exhaust. I think I probably said something more than once already. But really that's about all I have, besides the slight window tint. But I mean, that's about it. I'm gonna have to get this redone because let's see if we can get a shot here. Here you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see with the glare or not, there's a little bit of bubbling going on. We'll go on the other side here. Right down in here, there's a little bit right there. So I'm gonna have it redone, and also have the windshield done at the same time. But that's about it, is wheels, tires, exhaust, intake, tune, and let's see, all together, I gave Jack $4,500 for the wheels and tires. The lift kit I got for, I believe, $3,200. The light bar was pretty cheap. The light bar is like, I'm gonna say 60 bucks. The downpipe was roughly, I want to say $220 for some reason. I think maybe $150, something like that, somewhere around there. The emblems were $60 for the pair. The tip was $42, which is why I shouldn't really expect anything of too high a quality, which is why it looks the way it does. The Flow Pro exhaust I got from Thoroughbred Diesel last 4th of July, I believe. Or it was Memorial Day. Last Memorial Day. It was 4th of July. I got it last 4th of July for like 10% off. I got it for like 450 bucks. And the PPEI tune, I honestly forget. I always tell people what I paid for this, and I'm always pretty wrong. But I'm gonna say that was, I don't know, maybe 1,200, 1,500 maybe, something like that. Oh, and another thing I didn't really show you, but everybody knows what they look like, was my AirDog fuel pump, which was, I don't know, maybe 700, I think. I don't honestly remember that either. But that's pretty much everything that I've done so far, with exception to the turbo, but everybody's going to hear plenty about that once it arrives. Once I get it, you'll see the powder coat and all the color, whatnot, which I'm extremely excited for. Another thing I love about this area is all the truck fans and everybody that gives it's even more, it's better than home. Everybody up here is, you know, they're mountain people, if you want to call them. I don't know how they feel about it, but everybody up here drives American. They all drive pickup trucks. Don't even get me started with this. I understand the, oh, everything's not American nonsense, but you know what I mean. So I hope you enjoyed the quick little walk around. The truck's dirty. I washed it before I came up. As soon as we got up here, it was like a switch. It started pouring for a little while, and then it stopped, poured, stopped. And not everything up here is paved, so it looks the way it does. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, you know, all that good stuff. I'm gonna get back to my vacation, and I will see you later.